Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start our lecture on redox where you people will be able to describe the use of aqueous potassium iodide in testing for oxidizing agents and acidified potassium manganate in testing for reducing agents from the resulting color changes. So we are using to identify the oxidizing and reducing agents by using the following these chemicals reagents. Number one, this one is the acidified potassium dichromate, that potassium manganate and potassium dichromate. So this is the acidified potassium manganate. Okay, and we will use acidified potassium dichromate to test the reducing agents, whereas we will use potassium iodide, which is colorless. So to test the oxidizing and the reducing agents, we will use these three chemicals to identify their presence. So in next we will find the if we want to check the presence of either this is the oxidizing agent acidified acidified potassium manganate is basically an oxidizing agent, right? So this oxidizing agent is used to test for the reducing agent. So if the purple color will remain purple in this test tube, then we will say that no reducing agent is there. If there is no change in color in this purple color, then we will say that there is no change, there is no reducing agent. But if color of acidified potassium manganate changes from purple to colorless, from purple to colorless, then in that case we will say that this salt solution contains the reducing agents. It means this test tube contains the reducing agent. Oxidizing agent is our acidified potassium manganate. Color is purple. The presence will be confirmed if the color changes from purple to colorless. We will say that reducing agent is present. So one thing you should remember, that oxidizing agents are used to test the presence of reducing agents. So if the color will change, we will say that um, if the color is changed, then we will say that reducing agent is present. And if further we will use another oxidizing agent, that is the acidified, this one is the acidified potassium dichromate, that is CK2Cr2O7. If we will use acidified potassium dichromate in a salt solution where we have to test for the this one is the oxidizing agent, where we have to test for the reducing agent. So oxidizing agents are used to test for the reducing agent. If we will say that this acidified potassium dichromate is used to test for the reducing agent, then if the color of orange, if this color, if there is no change in the color, right, in this salt solution, then we will say that this salt solution does not contain reducing agent. This salt solution does not contain reducing agent. But it changes the color of acidified potassium. This one is acidified potassium dichromate, and if it changes the color of acidified potassium dichromate from orange to green, then we will say that this salt solution contains the reducing agents. So a very key point which you have to memorize, that oxidizing agents are used to test for the presence of reducing agents. So oxidizing agents are used to test for the test of reducing agents. Now we have done two reagents. One is acidified potassium dichromate, another one is acidified potassium magnate. The results are shown to you, that what is going to take place during these reactions. If the color is changed, then we will say that the reducing agents are present. And for the next, I would like to show you the results during the experiment. So in further, we have to test for the presence of oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Now, in order to identify the oxidizing agent, the reagent which we are required are the potassium iodide, that is colorless potassium iodide is the reducing agent. So in order to test the presence of oxidizing agent, this one is the reducing agent. So reducing agent potassium iodide is used to test for the presence of oxidizing agent. If the color of the potassium iodide is colorless, if potassium iodide changes color from colorless to brown in the salt solution, then we came to know that the oxidizing agent is present. So potassium iodide is powerful reducing agent. So in order to test the presence of oxidizing agent, potassium iodide is a powerful reducing agent. It is used to test for the presence of oxidizing agent. So if color will be changed from colorless to brown, then in that case we can say that this solution contains the So if we want to check the presence of oxidizing agent, so then we have to use the reducing agent. So the reducing agent which we will use to test for the presence of oxidizing agent is potassium iodide. So this potassium iodide is colorless in its color. It is basically colorless. So potassium iodide is the reagent to test for the oxidizing agent. If the solution contains the oxidizing agent, then it changes the color. Oxidizing agent, then its color will be changed from colorless to brown. So reducing agent is the potassium iodide, which is used to test for the presence of oxidizing agent. So if the colorless potassium iodide changes its color from colorless to brown, then in that case we will say that the given solution contains the oxidizing agent. So these are the tests for identifying the reducing agents and oxidizing agents. So let's show you a little practical demo. So for this we have to look at these results. So here is a very nice trick to memorize whole of this concept. To keep this thing in your mind, if we will say that this is a substance which is being uh, oxidized by donating its electron or loss of electron. If we can memorize the concept that was oil, that oxidation is the loss of electron. If this substance is going to lose its electron, and if we will talk about this child, and this one is the substance which is being reduced after gaining the electron. If it will gain the electron, it will become reduced and it will gain the sign, the charge, that will be the negative, right? So negative charge will be taken by this after gaining the electron, and the concept is a Reg reduction is gain in electron and decrease in oxidation number. So it will become decreased and get the negative charge, whereas oxidation is loss of electrons, and after losing the electron, the increase in oxidation number is there, right? Increase in oxidation number is there and it will gain positive charge. So the point is, the substance which is being oxidized is basically reducing another one. If it is being oxidized by itself, so it reduced this child, and if we will call this child A and this child B, and child A is going to give away its electron to child B, then that case it oxidized by itself, but it is going to reduce the another one. So in an easiest way we can say that the substance which is being oxidized, the substance which is being oxidized is called as, the substance which is being oxidized is called as reducing agent. So we will say that this child A is the reducing agent because this is a substance which is being oxidized by itself, but it is reducing others. Same in the case, this is a substance B reduced itself, but it is a child, it is a substance or child that it is going to oxidize this child. Why? By taking the electrons. If it is going to take the electrons, it is going to oxidize the another one. So the substance which is being reduced itself is the oxidizing agent. So this child is the oxidizing agent because it is going to oxidize another substance. If we will keep this thing that this child is oxidized, then we will say that this one is the oxidizing agent. So this is the easiest way through which you can memorize and retain the things in your mind. So definitely another concept, that reducing agent is used to test for oxidizing agent. So another point which you have to memorize, that reducing agents are used to test for oxidizing agents. So reducing agents are used to test for oxidizing agents. Similarly, oxidizing agents are used to test for reducing agents. So don't confuse this thing. Keep this picture in your mind and memorize and retain this concept in your mind and make it easy for yourself. So this is end of the lesson. So signing off, Miss Aisha Manzoor.